Hi, welcome. This is going to be a session of Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition. This is our 7th session. We have a new player tonight, as well as a couple of our recurring cast. One of our current cast members is not going to be here tonight. That would be Tariq the Nosferatu, who is going to be nose deep in his books for the remainder of the session. We're going to go around the table and introduce our players, and they'll give you a little bit of information about their character as well. And we will start with Clyde.
Okie dokie. So, hello everyone. My name is Smalls. I go by they, them, and I am playing Clyde, the Ravnos posing as a Toreador, new kindred. Literally about, at this point in game, about a month old. Uh, kind of a queer hacker type. Is on the verge of telling her touchstone something important, and is doing their best to hack and find secrets for the rest of their team.
Okay. We'll go next to Adriana.
Hi, my name is Freya, and I am playing Adriana the Ventru. She has founded a company named Byte Cloud Computing. It's a technology business that does deal with cloud computing and cybersecurity. And she has been turned for around 10 years now. And she is hoping to make her business a little bit more prosperous and find some answers to the questions that we have going on.
Okay, excellent. And our newcomer to the coterie is Nat.
Hi, my name's Kim. I'm playing Nat the Toreador. She's new to the coterie, but she wants to be the new crack queen of Boston.
I chose a pretty interesting time to show up.
And just joining us is one of our coterie members playing the character Evelyn. If you could just tell us a little bit about yourself and then a little bit about your character.
Mm. Yes. Uh, I'm Evelyn. I'm a La Sombra, and I do a lot of, you know, art and I mingle with a lot of the high society people in like the fashion and art space. Um, and yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. Okay, so our coterie members have a shared haven in downtown Boston. Our chronicle is set in Boston. And this shared haven um, is in a high rise. It's a pretty nice place, mostly because our kindred Adriana the Ventru is able to afford such a place, and they have pooled their resources together to have this place. A couple of them have their own havens as well. Currently, it is just Clyde, Evelyn, and Adriana in the shared haven. But all of us are going to roll to see if we are going to increase our hunger for the evening when we wake. So you will roll a rouse check and see if you are successful. If not, your hunger will increase.
Here we go, man.
And as always, Adriana fails her rouse check.
Hey, I passed it last time. Thank you very much.
You did pass it last time once.
I think
looks like
Bistro
everyone
failed
failed.
mine?
So everyone is increasing in hunger. So let's take a look. Clyde is at hunger 2. Evelyn is at hunger 2. Adriana is at hunger 2. And Nat is at hunger 2. Thankfully, when Tariq joined the coterie, they increased their chase, so it is a little easier for them to feed now, but it is going to take them some time in the evening to do so. Nat has yet to join into the coterie. We're going to get them into the coterie in just a couple of minutes. So you all rise in the evening. The sun has just gone down over the horizon. It's still at that point of the night where the sky is still pretty light, but there's no direct sunlight, so it's safe for a kindred such as yourself to go out. There are a couple of things that the coterie have been looking into, so we will see what it is that they would like to chase down.
Okay.
Quick question. This all takes place in IRL time, right? Like, as the
Yes.
world moves forward around us, so too does the game's world move.
Yes. So, uh, we are passing forward time, not quite as quickly as we are playing the game. We are fast forwarding as we need to, but we started around the end of November in 2024. Um, we are probably at the end of December into early January at this point. But because you are kindred and you do not age, in a game such as this, um, playing every day of your life would get super boring
Fair.
because you are going to age so slowly. And a lot of the times, a lot of the power moves that a kindred is trying to make are going to take years to come to fruition. So there could be points where, in downtime, I say, okay, a couple of months are going to go by, or anything like that. Our progress has been pretty slow so far because you guys are just getting established as a coterie and getting to know each other. So right now, I
Yeah.
would say it's probably the first week of January. In game, it is modern day. Vampire the Fifth Edition takes place in the modern day with all of the modern technology that's going to cause you terrible problems.
Okay. I'll say, I'm mainly asking because not to date ourselves. There's a snowstorm coming, IRL. So I was wondering if I can reference that in real time in the game, or if that's
Yes.
like a don't change the game world type of
No, I mean
vibe.
you can there. We can totally say that there's a snowstorm coming, and you can reference that.
Okay, great.
Absolutely.
So I think Clyde, knowing a lot about the snowstorms and stuff in Massachusetts, knows that people are getting the bread and milk, and they're going to be cozying up and getting real snug. So she wants to
Please.
go hunting, um, Sandman style, and find some people who are knocked out on some good hot chocolate and warm baked bread.
Excellent.
How long has the time passed since last week's session?
We progressed 1 week.
Okay, so right before the private donor meeting
Correct.
aboard the senator's yacht.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
Okay, so Clyde has decided that they are going to feed. If they feed within their domain, they will use the difficulty of the domain based off of the chase rating of their coterie, which I will pull up.
Yes, I would like to do that. We
Okay,
are in an
so
apartment building, so there's plenty of floors to find somebody who's decided to put on, I don't know, RuPaul's Drag Race and get cozy.
exactly. So Clyde is a Sandman, which means that they feed off of people while they're sleeping, which means that their role to feed is a dexterity plus stealth to be able to um, case a location, break in, and feed without leaving a trace. So it's going to be a dex stealth um, with any specialty that you have, and then it is difficulty 3 because of your chase.
How do I? Oh, attribute. There it is. Dexterity. So I think I get an additional die with this
Mm-hmm.
because of my stealth break-in perk.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
So you'll get an extra die. So when you build your pool, you're going to click
yes.
on stealth. It pops up the little thing here. You change the attribute to dexterity.
Right.
You click confirm, and then on the next screen, you would increase
It
your
should have it.
vampire die by 1, and then
Okay.
change your difficulty to 3, and then you would be good to roll.
Really quick, just to check. You said my difficulty is 4?
3.
3.
Yeah, so you guys
I'm not gonna blood
increase.
surge then.
Yeah, you guys increase your chase enough that feeding should be pretty easy for you. I say
Awesome.
as you're totally going to botch this roll.
I have 5 vampire dice and 2 hunger dice. What do we think, gang? Blood surge or nah?
I
I
think
have
you can do
faith.
it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
You can do
Faith.
it.
Gotta
Mhm.
have faith, faith, faith.
There you go. You
Yay,
got a crit.
see? You
Yeah!
killed it.
Yeah.
Killed it.
6
Woohoo!
successes. Okay, so when a kindred feeds on a mortal, they can drain up to 2 points of 2 points of vitae from the mortal to reduce their hunger. But to reduce the last dot of hunger, the only way to do that is by completely draining the mortal and killing them, which I do not believe Clyde wants to do.
No. Um, so to narrate a little, I think Clyde rises from the dead and gets that pang of hunger and is not super used to it yet. She's been really good at keeping her stamina steady, and every time that hunger creeps up a bit, she's just like, I gotta fix this now. So she goes into the apartments. She listens at the door and she finds that somebody is kind of like sleeping and chilling in front of a TV. So the TV's loud enough to kind of cover her coming in. She breaks in, however she breaks in, which is probably like swiping the key card through, like a spoof. And it only takes 1 point. She does it as gently as she can, as quietly as she can without them noticing, and backs the fuck out when it's done.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. So around this time, as Clyde is deciding to get up and go hunting, Evelyn gets a call on their cellular telephone.
Mm. Okay. Um, can I double check who it is before I pick up?
Yes, it is Genevieve.
Okay. I'll pick up. Hello.
Ah, Evelyn. Nice to nice to speak to you. I have a favor I need to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
There is a kindred who I have become aware of that might need a little bit of help. I'm friendly with their sire, and I promised them that I would look out for them. Could you possibly take them in and ingratiate them with your coterie?
Yeah, sure. No. Yeah, no problem.
In return for this, of
Where?
course, I will pay you.
All right. Thank you. Yes. Are you what? The details, I guess,
I
on
will
this.
be sending her to your shared haven if that is acceptable to you.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'll just let the others know.
Of course. I will register a boon with the harpy.
Right. Um, is there anything else I should know, or?
Their name is Nat. I will allow them to introduce themselves how they wish. I am friendly with their sire, so I will say
Okay.
that from what I've heard, Nat might be a bit of a fixer-upper.
Hmm. Okay. I think definitely message received on that.
I appreciate
Right.
it.
Um, I guess when are they supposed to get here?
I will send them by this evening. I'm not sure
Mm-hmm.
if they will go right away, uh, but I will send them.
Okay. So should we I guess should we wait here for now then, or?
I would wait. I don't think they'll tarry too long.
Okay. Okay. All right then. Uh, I'll pass that information along, and thank you for letting me know. Okay. Um, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. Is anyone else? Where's everyone else at?
I'm there at the Haven.
Okay.
Probably by the time that you're doing this, I'm eating somebody. So
Okay. 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 All right. I'm gonna hang up now. I need to go. I'm gonna go tell
Of
Adriana.
course. If you need
Yeah.
anything from me, let me know.
All right. Thank you. Bye. Okay.
I have added the boon to your sheet.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Wait. Okay. Adriana, where's um, wait, where's Clyde?
I know Clyde had stepped out for a quick bite. I'm sure they'll
Okay.
be back here in a little bit.
I,
Well, it sounds like I just got off the phone with my sire, and I guess it looks like we may be receiving a new guest very soon. Like really soon. Hmm.
Okay.
So, yeah. Yeah.
Uh, like a temporary? Like, do I need to go talk
It
to
kind
the security downstairs, or?
well, it kind of sounded like they were going to. Well, it kind of sounded like we were going to take in somebody for the time being. I don't know if it's a temporary thing or not, but
Ah,
um,
I gotcha. Okay.
I think
yeah.
I think as you guys say that, Clyde will burst open the door and do that. What's up, fuckers?
Like a
And
very
then shut the
Kramer
door behind
Kramer
them.
entrance.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do a slow head turn. I'm just gotta blink at them.
Unfazed, walking up, like thumb at the corner of their mouth is just kind of like, all right, so what
So,
are we doing this night?
so what's up, Clyde? Is you're going to get a roommate? Nah, I wouldn't
No,
do that. I wouldn't do that to them. It's all good.
please, please don't, please don't.
I would do. I mean, uh, yeah. It looks like
Unless they understand computers. No, actually, fuck that. Nobody understands computers like I do. Please don't give me a roommate.
that's true.
Hey, I'm close to that.
Yeah,
I'm not.
yeah,
I'm not
you
too
are, but
far
we're not
off.
roommates. But we're not
Ugh.
roommates, are we?
No, no, no. No. Apparently, Evelyn's sire is sending somebody over.
Hmm.
I'm assuming sounds like to join our coterie. So,
Oh,
um,
all right.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I tell you what, if Evelyn, if you want to go, give me the information. I'll go down and
Mm.
put their name on the list, and then I think I'm going to go out for uh, the for some evening refreshments, and I'll be back shortly thereafter.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Uh, but it looks like
Clean. I'll
well,
clean.
from huh?
I said I'll clean.
Oh,
When
okay.
they arrive, I'll clean.
Uh, from what you told me on the phone, um, well, there was two things I caught. One was that um, Genevieve, my sire, uh, knows their sire and is friendly on friendly terms with them. And then the second thing I remember Genevieve saying over the phone was that they may be a quote unquote fixer upper. Uh, and I
The
guess
fuck
you
does
can
that
take
mean?
from that what you will. Uh, but what I understood from that is that there may be a bit of work involved with, I guess, mm, well, my understanding from the way she phrased it kind of sounded like it may take a little bit of work, I guess, in terms of helping them, though I'm not sure that could mean a lot of things. So,
I'm assuming it's something similar to like if Cosette saw this person,
ah,
you
Are
know.
you
That's what
saying?
like how Cosette sees
Hmm.
Clyde. I see.
I mean, that's what I'm assuming, but I don't know. We'll find out, I suppose.
Hmm.
Double birds at all of you, and she does. She sticks up her middle finger to you guys.
Oh, I didn't. I.
Uh,
No offense intended. I personally, um, like your sense of fashion. I think Cosette,
it's called
does
casual
not.
friendly. Like it's just it's me. It's chill. We're not trying to overdress. We're not trying to make people feel weird.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there was that one time you dressed and you wore a lot of zippers, and I wouldn't exactly call that
It
casual, but
was
It was a lot of
tactile.
zippers. It was a lot of zippers.
Tactile.
We were going to Elysium. Come on.
Yeah, and guess what I got out of Elysium?
I think it was a cool idea, but I would say it was a bit more, that's more of the more of a runway type of outfit rather than a meet people at a party outfit.
Doesn't runway translate into street fashion? Ain't that the point of runway?
Mm, from my experience, when it comes to what you see on the runway
I've
versus what actually ends up being worn, it can be quite different because when they make stuff on the runway, it's more about just pure
Evelyn,
expression there.
I have seen Devil Wears Prada.
I see. Yes.
Yeah.
And on that note, I'll be back in a little while.
Ba-da-bump, ba-dum-bump.
Yeah, so I guess Adriana will go. I'll go and go add Nat's name to the list down at security, and I'm going to plan on, I guess, going hunting. Going hunting.
Okay, let's take a look. And Adriana is an alley cat, which means that she needs to assault people to feed.
Mm-hmm.
And the dice pool for you is Strength and Brawl, or if you take it by force, or Wits and Streetwise if you are trying to find criminals like a vigilante would. And once
Yeah.
again, if you
Yep.
have any specialties that apply, you can apply that specialty to the roll.
Yeah, I would like to add my presence, so activate Daunt with that.
Okay,
So yeah, I do like to get rid of the bad guys if I can. Well, not get rid of, but feed off of them.
makes sense. Go ahead and build your die pool and give it a shot. Difficulty 3.
Oh, good deal.
A
Yay.
successful feeding. Are you
Yes.
taking 1 point or 2?
Just one.
Just
That
one.
way I'm down to one hunger.
Okay, excellent. You have fed, and you stopped off at the doorman and told them about a girl that you only know as Nat, that is going to be coming to call up on the shared haven, and you will see what happens there.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
We are going to jump now to Nat and see where Nat is. Nat, where is it that you are currently staying when you would wake up for the evening?
Nat is currently staying at her best friend. Uh, let's see, what did I name her? Again? Vanessa's house or apartment.
Hmm.
Okay, you wake up
Uh,
at Vanessa's apartment. You are a little hungrier than you were the evening before. Um, you're not given much time to really collect your thoughts when you see that you have a text message from your sire.
yeah, I pick up my phone. Pretty much uh, as soon as like um, Vanessa gets home, she opens the door. I'm pulling out my phone, um, and I see the text message, and I open it up.
All right, Elena left you a message that says, "I have more suitable lodging for you. There's a group of kindred that I have found through a contact that are going to help you along the way." She gives you an address.
All right. Uh, text back just a simple uh, thanks. I'll check it out,
Okay.
and leaves it at that. Nat then gets up and, feeling the little pang of hunger, decides it would be a good time to go out and try and feed before heading over.
Okay. And Nat, your feeding type is Osiris,
Mm-hmm.
which means that you use manipulation plus subterfuge or intimidation plus fame to feed from your adoring fans.
Yep. So, Nat is actually going to go head over to a little homeless encampment that she has, uh, pretty much a little reputation at. And she's going to try and um, convince one of them to let her feed from them.
Okay, so that would be, I would say, I would say that's probably more manipulation subterfuge.
Mhm,
And the difficulty for you is going to be difficulty 4.
mhm.
Remember to add any specialties that you have.
Don't forget to blood surge if you need to.
Yep. So do
Just
you
to
remember how to
sure
build the
that
die pool?
does.
Um, if we could go over it, just
Yeah, no problem. So what you're going to
yeah,
want to do is you're going to go into your character sheet, click
yep,
on the word subterfuge under skills,
Yep.
That will pull up your box here, and then
Yep.
under attribute, bring it down to select manipulation. If you feel like you need a couple more dice, click on blood surge, and you'll be able to blood surge to boost your attribute a little bit.
All right.
Okay, and then once you confirm that, it brings up another box that shows your vampire dice and your hunger dice. If you have a
Yep.
specialty in either skill, you can increase your vampire die by 1. And then in difficulty, you would add your difficulty of 4. And then
All
roll.
right. All right. I think I have.
Okay. So, currently,
Hmm.
it is a failure.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got 3 successes, you need 4. You can spend a willpower to re roll any of those dice. So, you can definitely re roll the blank, but you could choose to re roll any of the black successes as well if you were hunting for crits. But really, it's probably in your best interest just to either take the fact that you failed or spend a willpower to re-roll that one blank.
Just take the fact that I failed this time.
Okay, so your hunger remains at 2.
All right. Yeah. So Nat doesn't get her fix. It's fine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's jump back to Evelyn. Evelyn,
Okay.
Clyde dipped out to feed. Adriana dipped out to feed. You had informed them of the fact that Nat was coming to talk to you guys and possibly join the coterie. You are feeling a bit peckish, not terrible. You're at hunger 2. It's not the worst thing in the world. But did you want to possibly take the opportunity to try and feed?
Yeah, I don't know how long they're gonna be until they get here, so I'm gonna maybe see if I can get this out of the way real quick.
Okay. And Evelyn, your feeding type is Scene Queen,
I believe in you.
which means that your feeding is usually manipulation persuasion, which means
Okay.
you can go find somebody in your scene in the high rise building and try and feed off of them. It would be difficulty 3.
Okay.
Remember to apply any specialties that you have to the roll.
Okay. I will also use Blood Surge on this.
Okay.
So difficulty 3. All right. Uh-huh. Oh.
It is a messy critical.
Hmm.
Okay. So, a messy critical. You have definitely succeeded, but when you roll a messy critical, the beast takes hold a little bit, and you succeed, but you succeed and. So
Hmm.
you are going to feed off of this person in your scene who kind of hangs out with the people that you associate with. And you're going to feed off of them. Are you intending to feed 1 dot or 2?
This one.
Okay, you're intending to feed 1 dot. And as you're feeding on them, you are really getting into it. It tastes so good, and you are really focused on everything you're doing. You are manipulating them perfectly to give you what you want. And what's going to happen is you are going to feed off of them, but I am going to give you a dot of the flaw stalker, because this particular member of your scene is now going to be terribly obsessed with you because of what a good time they had.
Oh boy.
So just give me a moment.
Okay. Hmm. Oh, yeah, you mentioned earlier I received a boon. Where would I actually see that?
It's on the same page as your merits and flaws. If you click the diamond tab and you go all the way to the bottom, you'll
Oh.
see Genevieve listed as a boon.
Oh, okay, I see.
Okay, so you're going to get 1 dot of stalkers. And did you feed off of a male or a female?
Um, let's say female.
Okay. Their name is Ryan Vero. I am notating that in the flaw.
Okay.
You should see that on your sheet now. And in downtime, we can flesh them out a little bit.
All right.
Okay, so you have successfully fed now. Um, the three of you have fed. Nat was not able to feed at the moment. And we can come to a point when Nat eventually makes their way over to the
Mhm.
high rise and presents themselves to the doorman.
All right.
Yeah, so Nat's walking into the door of the address that she's got the text message of. She's got on like a faux fur, like half top jacket and leather pants, and she's walking up to the doorman, and she slaps a hand on the table, one hand on her hip, and she's like, "Hi, I'm supposed to be meeting people here." And she like gives the apartment number.
Okay. And the doorman is, the doorman for a, uh, not so much like a wealthy high rise, but affluent enough that he has kind of that, like, snooty attitude to him. He says, "Ah, yes, young lady, you must be Nat. Is that short for Natalie?"
No, Natasha.
Ah, my apologies. Yes, they should be ready for you. I can buzz you into the elevator, and from there you can go up to the apartment. They should be ready.
Thank you very much. And she turns and flips her hair as she walks away.
I love it.
Okay.
All right, and you can walk
Um,
into the elevator. You can you can hit the floor for their apartment. I imagine that they're on one of the higher floors.
And I make it to the door, and uh, I knock on it in like a tune, like do 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 do.
hmm. Oh, am I already back by now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Must be them. I'm
Oh,
just gonna.
yeah. Oh, it's your sire, so have fun.
Yep. All right. Give me 1 second here. Oh, also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm trying out a new look right now.
They look good. I love the purple to pinkish, like lavender highlight.
Thank you.
Also,
Anyways, I'm gonna open the door.
leather. Decent
Yes,
choice. Or
yes.
what would you say it is?
What was that?
Is it leather when it's like a bodykin?
Um,
I don't know what the material is. I'm just saying it looks good. Yeah.
Out of
there you
game, I
go.
don't know it. Out of game, I
Okay.
don't I have no idea.
I was gonna say out of game. I was like, "There's a name for this. I forget what it is."
I would assume in game Evelyn knows, but yeah.
Fair.
Anyways, I'm gonna open this door now, and we're just talking behind the door. Okay. All right. Yeah. Evelyn opens up the door, like slowly, and just kind of like peeks in like a little bit, and then she just kind of swings it open. Ah, hello. You must be.
Nat?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I was just making sure. Okay. Hey Clyde. This is I guess I forgot to mention this. But yes, the name is Nat. Um. And it's
Clyde immediately has performance anxiety and just goes, "Yo!" loudly, too loudly.
and Evelyn kind of makes a little bit of a face at saying the name Nat, and like just kind of like mostly like at herself, like just like thinking about stuff like, okay, it's weird to say. Uh, okay, where's Adriana?
Yeah, I've been back too. So, so yeah, I'll stand up and greet her and just be like, uh, good evening, Nat. Um, I'm Adriana. Come on in.
Nat kind of like noticing that you're like a little hesitant is like, is something the matter?
Not at all. Not at all. Come on in.
Okay.
It's just a little unusual,
Okay.
but yeah.
Nice place.
Oh, thank you.
I put the
Um,
posters up, and you definitely see some like small post-it notes that are just doodled like band rock things because she doesn't have the actual tape and posters.
You
Yeah, I'm
made
just.
Yes, actually, I did.
she
Liv,
like starts to like
let's
kind of
see.
go in and like look at them closer and is like, hmm.
That one's
Mm-hmm.
Deftones. Definitely tell because of the T, right?
I see it. I see it now. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Very nice. Very nice.
So, welcome to the coterie. I'm Clyde.
Yeah.
Nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you all. And uh she just starts like shaking everybody's hand with like two hands.
Mhm. Oh, also, I don't know if they told you before you came here, but I'm Evelyn. Uh, Evelyn Blackwell.
Very nice to meet you. Uh anything special that I should know?
Um, just in general or about myself?
About you.
Um, well, I mean, I would like to consider myself somewhat of an artist, and also do a bit of fashion design as well. Um, yeah, that's about what I'm mostly about personally.
Fashion design. Very interesting. I love the outfit.
Thank you, and you as well. Um,
Uh, I like computers. I like working with computers. I like building computers. Yeah.
mhm.
Hmm. I, you know, computers are something that I can do sometimes.
I'll teach you how to copy a URL sometime.
All right. I appreciate that. My daughter can keep up way better than I can.
Oh, uh,
Mm.
your daughter? human or kindred?
Sorry to
Uh,
pry, just yeah.
oh, human.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
Interesting.
I'll above table, I'll just say, like above and kind of in table, I'll just say Clyde looks for a whirl that somebody else is being really open and honest for a second. She's like, "Whoa, you just said that out loud to strangers." And everyone's screaming at me about it.
And Evelyn's kind of just got her like hand on her chin, just like just showing a slight expression of concern at knowing that information. Doesn't say anything about it though. Hmm.
If any of you touch her, it will be the last thing you do.
Oh, dude, cross my heart. And she literally crosses her heart. Hope to
Hmm.
die. Final death. No, never. Nuh-uh.
Oh, yeah, no. How that's typically something that you wouldn't want anybody to know about.
I believe that is a sentiment
How,
most any
how,
parent should probably have.
yeah. Okay. I have to ask how long have you been turned?
Um, almost a year.
Hmm.
To me.
And that
Okay.
hasn't, you know, made it difficult for you and her.
Not yet, and I don't intend to make it.
Hmm.
Okay. So word of the wise, I would highly recommend keeping that information to yourself in the future.
Hmm.
Just but how much of our world do you actually know?
It is laughing a little bit. Just like, I'm getting yelled at about this all the time. And now I realize it's really not that uncommon.
I know enough, but my sires, left out some things.
It sounds like
Yeah,
it.
sires
Yes.
are always fucking up telling you everything.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, thank you for for being open with us. Um. So okay. Um. Awesome. I okay.
In other important news, hi, welcome to our coterie. So I guess you're staying with us, right, Evelyn? For like forever? Sounds good. Um,
That was my understanding.
did do we care? Does clan shit matter when you're a coterie? I don't know. I'm not gonna even whatever.
Hmm.
We have been doing some stuff. Evelyn, have you told your sire
Hmm.
about our research at all? Is this? I don't want to overstep
Um.
boundaries. How
Well,
much
I've
are we
told one
saying?
of them. I told one of them, not both of them.
Okay, that's not tricky at all.
Well, fortunately for you, the one I told is the one who is more open to the idea, and that's why I told them. She's also the one that sent over this new coterie member, so yeah.
Okay, cool, 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 cool.
Um,
Um,
and also, I may have a favor I can ask of her, in the future if I don't know what I would need it for at the moment, but it's something
that's pretty cool.
I've yeah
This is that boon thing you guys mentioned, right?
yeah yeah.
Okay.
Um, and that, by the way, Clyde, that is a real thing that is tracked. So if you ever decide to hand one out to somebody or you or you receive one, just know that that's an actual thing that is that is tracked by somebody. So
Eh,
uh,
okay.
basically,
It's
if you ever
currency.
have one, if yes, if you ever have one and that you need to claim, or someone has one on you, uh, I would say try not to try not to trick the system with that, because it's not just a thing. It's not like, you know, it's not like just a regular favor where you just like can just pretend that you'll do something for someone and then never actually uh let them cash it in.
Okay, gotcha. I
Ah.
think I getcha.
um
Well,
yeah.
So,
should we?
question. I have a out of game question. How is Nat dressed?
Oh, Nat has like faux fur, like half coat on, uh black shirt, leather pants, Converse.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah. Hell yeah.
Interesting.
Clyde is
Okay.
basically in black torn-up jeans, a slouch tank top, and flannel, a slouch hoodie, and Vans. So tit for tat.
So Nat has. Do you know about our the new Prince of Boston? Have you been told about all of the those fun things?
No, I haven't actually.
Mm.
I'm kind of new
Hmm.
to Boston.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, wasn't sure it was a new
Um,
prince.
yes, yeah, the new Prince. um, so, in a nutshell, um, the new Prince, Prince Lindhouse, showed up not long ago uh, and claimed Boston for himself. However, I don't know. There's something about this guy. I don't know what his motivations are.
Hmm.
And when we were at Elysium, there were some of the, I guess, the anarchs that were there. So, and obviously they have a problem with him. So,
Hmm.
Hey,
um,
do you align as Anarch Camarilla or none of the above?
Camarilla right now.
Hmm.
Alright, sure.
Oh, by the way, speaking of anarchs, Clyde, we were meaning to uh talk to you about this because uh when we were together with Tariq the last time, um one of the things we touched upon was I had like found out some details on that location with the anarchs, and we discussed that a bit. And at the time, we basically decided we were going to uh, hold off on that particular uh, branch until
Okay.
we were able to, uh, I guess, see you again, though as you were
Oh,
busy at the time. Um,
well,
but I feel
thanks
like
for that.
yes, no problem. I just, it seemed like this. It would have been a shame for you not to have been able to, um, you know, I guess explore other options. And when I talked to Genevieve about this idea of going to meet with the Anarchs, and well, one of the things she told me is that it's not actually necessarily against the rules to go and simply visit and talk to them. Um,
Okay.
really, all she told me was that as long as I guess I didn't let them I guess
You
sway
didn't join
me
them.
towards them. Yeah, and it basically sounds like we're allowed to at least go over there just to see what's going on, but like we're not gonna get in trouble for that. But
I
um,
think you see Clyde's face go from shocked and confused that you held off on her behalf to almost disappointed understanding that it's because you want she perceives that you want to basically spy on the anarchs and see what they're up to.
mhm.
That's her like her facial train. And I
Mm.
think it's not supremely subtle.
Yeah,
Um
wait one second. I would like to um, Evelyn kind of wants to
yeah.
analyze that like body language and stuff real quick to see just like what
Is
it
there anything you should roll for that?
that
I don't know.
reaction is
Because that's
exactly.
about as much as I'm willing to explain on the like
Mm.
surface.
Yeah, you
Mm,
can
I could also
interpret that
just.
as you like.
Mm. I mean, I guess
I'll
I could
make it
also
a
just.
difficulty like 3. I don't know. To perceive what the fuck the body language means.
Okay. Okay. So what would I roll for this?
Perception? I don't know. Which would
Yeah, let's take a
what would it
look.
be like? Yeah, please, DM, is it intelligence perception or I don't know, vampire
I would
stats. I
say
want to say
it's.
wisdom.
I would say it's probably. Um,
It's insight.
Mm, the insight.
yeah, so it's
Mm,
gonna be insight, but I would say it's probably either wits or manipulation.
mm,
Probably
okay.
wits. Wits insight.
Okay. We'll do wits. Okay. And difficulty 3, you said.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm setting it at a 3.
Okay.
I don't think she's being supremely subtle about this. You could still just not know though.
Hmm. Well, there's another thing I could just do. Uh, you seem a bit. Hmm. I don't know. Um, like,
It just
is there
yeah, no,
something with
it's
what I
fine.
said, or?
It's fine. It's fine. I don't really want to get into it. I just
Okay, well, I just,
thank you.
I just want to let you know that, like, no, I genuinely do want to know about them.
You
That's
do.
why I talked to them in the first place.
You really do.
Yes. I mean, like, I
Can I
don't.
can I like pull Evelyn away from the group and just be like, guys, 1 second, please, 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 1 second.
She's like, okay.
I'm gonna pull us into my room if I can and shut the door and
Oh,
lock it.
okay. I guess we're doing this.
I'm not making a move on you. No, no, no. I'm perfectly. I have a
Oh no,
girlfriend.
that's not what I meant.
Okay,
That's not what I meant.
all right. No, just in a very hush because I know for a fact vampires have supreme hearing. So I'm trying to do this like
I mean, I don't know if they're
to that
Superman,
level.
but
And I whisper, do you want to join the Anarchs at all?
wait, what was that? Sorry.
Do you want to join the Anarchs at all? Tell me straight.
Mm, hmm.
Is it even an inkling of an idea? Is it even a thought in your heart of maybe I do that?
I won't lie. You know, part of my interest at the time was because I am. There is a part of me that is sort of looking for a little bit of um,
And
an out.
oh, okay,
Um, because I've mentioned, my current situation with
yeah,
my sires, and I mean, don't get me wrong, they've they haven't, really done me wrong or anything. It's just,
They
um,
have a hold on you.
yes, and my particular situation is a bit unique versus other kindred. It's enough. It's one thing to be under one, but to be under two is another thing.
It's probably
So
tears you up. Oh, I, I can't
mhm.
pretend to know what that's like, but
Yeah,
you can
and
try
they're
and
not
help.
even the same clan as each other. So
Is there a way to help? Do we know a way to help? Can we find a way to help?
see, I feel like if I had no, if I had found an answer to that question by now, I would have maybe already done something.
Maybe you just need a couple more heads with you.
Mm. But I just think right now, for my security,
Better
I
to
just that's another thing I'm concerned about. It's just security as well. Because I mean, I don't have anything necessarily, wrong going for me right now. But I don't know.
what do you need secured? I mean, I can help you as best I can, cybersecurity and all. I can
Uh,
really build you a
I
system to hide
guess
that stuff, but
I guess when I say security, I meant more like, you know, like I guess like stability.
personal security.
Yes. Um, because I would say my particular thing with the Camarilla is, there's a lot of things I may not agree with them, but one thing I will say that they really do have that I do think the Anarchs lack is the fact that the Camarilla actually, you know, does things and like they have the power to back things up, and when they want to get stuff done, they do those things. The thing about the Anarchs is, they have freedom, but they're also disorganized. And I feel like a lot of times it kind of just seems like they get a whole lot of nothing done with all that freedom. And it's just when you have, you know, all these people that are doing their own thing, it kind of feels like there's no cohesion. And with
Yeah.
someone like me and the type of career path that I'm going down and the type of people I hang out with, I just don't really know if I that has a place that group really has a place for someone like me at the moment.
Maybe
So
it needs a shakeup. And I think you get see this far off look in her eye of like, maybe a new goal.
mm,
Um, but she does say openly, maybe, they need a shakeup. Maybe
mm,
they need to get their heads knocked to figure out that you could fit. Because it seems like being an anarch means everybody fits, no matter what. That's the
mm.
point. But I hear you.
Uh,
I do.
I,
Financial and personal stability, especially in your situation,
mm,
it's important. It's paramount. Camarilla are giving that.
mm.
I respect that. I really do. I really, really do.
Um, there's I guess also just another thing where like again I don't know if this is necessarily the blood bond talking or just me, but I also have a fondness for my sires. Like I don't I do care about them as well though, so it would also be very tough for me to you know do something that could like really shake them up, you know,
Yeah.
and I mean I feel like something like this, you know, I mean I've told one of them, and I said she's more open to ideas, but my other one, if she were to find out I was even thinking about this stuff, it would be, well, I mean, she wouldn't like it, but also on top of that, she would also be quite concerned for my own safety.
See, they're
Which is why I
protective
didn't
but
tell her.
also controlling.
Hmm. It's
It's like helicopter moms. Good God, and you've got two of them. Jeez, dude, how'd you win that gay afterlife role?
yes. But I think maybe right now we might want to go back out now because we have been in here for a bit now, and I don't
Yeah.
know what
Okay.
they're thinking now by this point.
Yeah. I'll open the door and be like, all right, talked about gay things.
Hmm.
We'll move on from that conversation.
Nat's lounged in the couch, just flipping a sobriety coin.
um, I don't think Clyde knows what a sobriety coin looks like. And
I would
quite
also say
literally
Evelyn
is
has
just
no idea
like,
what that is
what?
either.
She doesn't ask you what it is. She kind of, her
And
eyes are
Evelyn doesn't
following
really
it for a
comment on
second and
either.
is like, huh, weird.
Because as far as Evelyn knows, she just sees like just a coin.
Yeah. Well, how much do we tell Matt about the
Hmm.
prince and all that? Yes.
Um, I mean, I think didn't we have like a file on him or something?
Yeah, we got a couple files on people. We know that and she turns to Matt on the couch and says directly to you.
Oh,
We know that the Valkyrie or not the Valkyrie, the Harpy goes by multiple different names and aliases and different accents too. There's really no telling who the real she is, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um and also the prince was an SS officer.
Oh yeah, so that was I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Does any of that
The prince is a what?
make you mad? And like a Nazi.
Yeah.
All right, I just wanted to make sure I heard you right.
Yeah, full blown. And wants to take over Boston, where a lot of
Yeah, I
super
would have
Catholic
said
rednecks
that.
live.
I would have said that before. I wasn't quite sure how to gauge the prince, as he didn't seem to have a whole lot of personality to him. But hearing that part definitely puts a damper on my impression of him, for sure. Um, so I don't think I particularly like him.
Yeah. Also, the guy running for senator or is senator, above table, I can't remember. Is he
Is
currently senator and
Mhm.
reapplying?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, the guy running for re-senator is potentially a pedo. So we also
Hmm.
really hate him. We're
Which,
sticking our hands in some honeypots right now. I don't know. Are you into that?
mm,
I mean, I get to stay here, right? And I,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, I'm in. Whatever you
mm,
guys are doing.
mm. Oh, by the way, Clyde, you weren't there when we did this, but we went to, I think, what was it, like a rally or something, Adrian,
Mhm.
of his?
Mhm.
Um, and there was one detail I remembered that, still, uh, I feel it just haunts me a little bit. It's just,
The
I feel
kids.
very creeped out. But yes, yes, the you see, apparently, like at least one of the random people in the crowd said that they were like his daughters or something. For some reason, they were there with him and like on the stage with him. Like I don't know why they were there, but like they all looked like very similar too. Like um
Some Twilight
Okay,
Zone shit.
buddy. You all right? Oh,
I
sorry.
also think his assistant looked weirdly similar to them too, from my memory. Um,
Cloning?
I'm not. I've never seen it, but it was, yeah, it was strange, strange sight. but with other details, taken into account, I'm just, I'm very creeped out. I was very creeped out.
Oh,
Um,
this guy just feels like a pod person. Ugh.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Hey,
so
Gianna shook his hand.
yeah, unfortunately.
You should
Um,
sanitize your hand.
and I'm supposed to go to his private yacht tonight for the
Oh,
that event, that
is
private
that
donor
tonight?
meeting. I think so. Yeah. Um,
Clyde skips over her couch and runs into her room, slams it shut for a second. You hear ruffling around. She comes back out with like a little lav mic, hidden mic thing to tuck into your blouse. And says, "Can you wear this? Is that okay?
sure. Yeah,
We
that's
should
fine.
we should catch what this audio is. If you're going
Hmm.
there, we should figure out what they're saying. I'll listen live. I'll record it live, so that way if anything happens or anybody questions, I'll kill it and it will just not work."
You might want to conceal it a bit better, though.
Yeah. Really, really tuck it in. Can I help her make like a stealth check with it?
Yeah. You can see if you can hide it on their person.
Yeah, I'd
That
like to
would
see if I
be,
can hide it.
I would say that would be a dex stealth.
Okay, so stealth plus dex. And honestly, I'm gonna blood surge. What's the difficulty?
Uh, and I'll help so that way you can add one extra die, right?
Spoon?
Yes.
Cool. Rolling 8 dice. What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 4.
Okay, let's see.
That's a lot of dice.
Nice.
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 Yeah, definitely got that one.
It is
Hell
hidden
yeah.
for sure.
Nice.
Ain't nobody finding that shit.
Awesome.
I think I
Um,
do that and glance at Nat and I say, subterfuge.
Very nice. I like your plan. I like you.
Um, I was gonna suggest, because of course Adriana feels a little weird about Clyde, basically digging it,
Fixing a listening device?
yeah. I was gonna suggest that you guys might go check out that Anarch bar because while I go do this, but that's because they won't talk to you guys if I'm there. They won't. They hate
We would definitely look for that
Ventru.
place.
You know.
Sure.
So
Yeah, alright.
I suppose
I'll
it
keep,
works out,
and she
yes.
pulls out her phone and like pings around on it. He's like, I'll not track you, but I'll have a headphone in and I'll listen in a little bit.
okay, and you said it's all like recording, right? You said
Yeah, it's all recording.
okay,
Okay.
and
Oh.
and I can turn it off if I need to, like if
Hmm.
I don't know what kind of security
Yeah,
this
you
guy might
can,
have,
and he'll show you where to do it when you ask, but he
Okay.
looks a bit annoyed that you asked. Like, no,
I
the
mean, do you
point is
think they
to
would have
listen.
metal detectors or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, if
it's
there's some sort
plastic
of
mostly.
security, I don't want to start any stuff.
You'll be okay.
And what's
You'll be
this
okay.
meeting for?
Do I?
Go
Where
for
are
it.
you?
I'm sorry, Nat. I still did not hear you.
Oh, I was wondering why you're going.
So I have a task that's been given to me by the prince himself to get any sort of blackmail
I mean, the dirt.
material. that we can on the senator. So, as a part of this, I joined his private donor group,
The long
and
con.
there's an event this weekend, tonight, that he's hosting a private fundraiser or something like that on his private yacht in the bay. So,
And you're going alone?
uh, yeah, I mean, there really wasn't a plus one included on the list. I don't think so,
There
or on
was.
the invitation. Oh, there was.
Yes.
Hmm.
I forgot about that.
I'll go with you. Watch your back.
Hmm. I will warn you that some of the people that will be there are definitely not.
Absolute assholes.
Mm, yeah,
Mm,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably the most straightforward way to put it.
yeah. Please don't take this the wrong way. But hey, Evelyn, can you take that and do you have anything a little bit more appropriate that she could wear? Just
Mm,
you know.
yes, I can take a. I can take a look. I can
Okay.
take a bit of analysis here to see what might be a good outfit. Hmm.
Not like does a little twirl for you.
Hmm. Yes, I think I can work with this. Let me go look at what I've got in my closet right now, and I will be right back. Well, I will actually need you to follow me, Nat.
Nat follows a little bit behind with like on her toes, like clicky clacking
Okay.
on her toes.
Hmm.
Converse.
Just gonna be shuffling through here. Um. Oh. Uh. Hmm. Okay. Yes. I think this might work, and then this. And these. No, not. No, not those shoes. Um. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think. I think I've got a look for you. And then she's just gonna kind of set a bunch of stuff, like in like arrangement on like a nearby, on like a nearby bed. Um, and I can I can step out if you need
And
to
I
change. So.
I shout from the living room, you know, make sure it's conservative. You know how these people
Hoity-toity
are.
types.
Yes, yes, I know. Boring. Yes, I've got it. Thank you.
All right, Nat ushers Evelyn to leave so that she can change, and looks at the options on the bed and is like, "Gosh, I'm gonna look so much like her." And then changes into whatever Evelyn had picked out. I just assume it's like some sort of suit jacket or something.
So Evelyn has went with um a bit more of a corporate look, but not without a little bit of stylistic flair. She went a bit more into corporate goth.
Mm,
A lot of her fashion is goth, so.
very nice.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm going to hit us for a short break, and we'll come back in a couple of moments. When you're available again, just hit that you are available.
Cool. I'm gonna go make some more tea.
All right, we are back, so I'm going to drop the break time. Okay. So I believe we have two groups going two different places.
Hmm.
We have Adriana and Nat. We're going to go to the party on the yacht, And Evelyn and Clyde are going to go to the deep dive and check it out.
Yep.
Okay. Why don't we go to um, the party first?
I forgot I was still muted. Sorry.
Okay, so Adriana, you are given a location for a dock to go to meet up at the yacht. The yacht is out on the bay. You are put on a smaller vessel, which then trolls out to the yacht, and you are let onto the yacht. From what you can tell, coming onto the yacht, there's about 50 to 100 people on the yacht.
Wow. So I'll look over, and of course, while Nat and I were traveling to the location, I was kind of giving her the rundown on some of the other uh, things that we'd found out about the senator, as far as with his political views, and but
Yeah.
what his seems like his underhanded schemes actually, are completely opposite of what he says he stands for, on
Okay,
some things.
so I'm going to tag her in the senator's channel so that she can read through that. That would have been the information that
Cool.
that you would have provided them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay, so in the Discord, you should be able to see that information.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Um, so I guess the other thing I want to discuss with Nat, as we're, I guess, getting ready to get on the yacht, is to kind of figure out, what the relationship is between us. I don't want to, just say associate or friend, or that, why are you there with me? Because I know that people are going to ask. So, um,
Yeah, I mean, I could always just be like your secretary or something. I don't mind.
okay, that'll work. Okay. Um, okay, that'll work. Good, good, good. Okay. Um, and I know you're new to Boston. You have not met anyone from the court yet, the Camarilla court. Is that right?
No, not from the Boston court, no.
Okay. Okay. Because of course, they told you about the harpy being there, or the harp. Well, about her being at the last event, and it wouldn't surprise me if she's here again. But um, so I guess then, yeah, then I guess we'll step on the boat and on the yacht and go from there.
Okay, there is music playing. It looks like there's actually a string quartet on the top floor that is playing, and the music is kind of carrying down to the other three floors. Um, there's people schmoozing about. They have glasses of champagne. Everyone's in like suits, dresses, things like that. When you first come onto the boat, you come onto the rear of the boat on that bottom floor, and you can make your way into the interior cabin. Um, when you make your way into that interior cabin, you see that there are a bunch of people standing around in small groups having conversations. You see that the senator is towards the front of the room. and he is talking to a man who you might recognize. I'll have you roll to see if you recognize them. And then approaching you is the senator's secretary. So
Uh,
first,
um,
go ahead.
Allison. Yeah, no, I was going to say Allison was her name, right?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
So let's roll to see if you recognize the man that the senator is speaking to. It
Okay.
is going to be a, let's say it's an intelligence investigation. And the difficulty is going to be 4.
Do I have any disciplines I can add to this? Um, oh, while I'm thinking about it, um, I also want to, as we board the boat, I want to activate Unswayable Mind,
Okay?
just to make sure if there's any kind of weird things
Sounds
happening.
good.
Okay, you said investigation and intelligence.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna add blood surge. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll a willpower. Nope. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Nope. I don't know him.
You seem to think that they are important for one reason or another, but you don't seem to recognize them. But Allison, who is approaching you, you do recognize because you spoke to them at the last event.
Hmm. So I'll walk up to her and greet her and be like, "Oh, Allison, thank you so much for the invitation. This is amazing. I've never seen a yacht like this. This is wow."
Oh, yes. Yes, the senator's quite fond of it. He got it a few years back. It was on back order for quite some time, but yes, we're happy to have you. Your donation was much appreciated. The senator, of course, is always happy to accept donations from people who support the cause.
Oh, absolutely, and yes, definitely. I'm so happy to have, been able to meet the senator finally, that last time, and yes, anything for the cause.
And is this your assistant?
Oh, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Yes, Nat, this is Allison. She actually works with the senator. So I think she's probably the brains behind all of this, with all the planning and everything that has to go into it.
Oh, I manage what I can.
Wow, this is very impressive. Very nice to meet you. Name's Nat.
Nah, it's wonderful to meet you. Do you need refreshments?
Um, some refreshments might be nice. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll hurry over and I'll see that somebody gets to you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
And she walks off to go ahead and grab someone for you.
Uh, Nat's just gonna. Nat's standing by Adriana's side, not wanting to go too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of people standing around having closed conversations. The senator seems deep in his conversation with the man that he's speaking to.
So, Adriana, you gotta tell me, why exactly is Why exactly is all of this happening? You must tell me. You know what I mean.
Good, good question. I think it's a power play, information to be used as for a power play, but it's also kind of one thing I've told Clyde numerous times is knowledge is power.
Mhm.
So, and that is, something that I think all of us can, have up our sleeve.
Mhm.
And so, if there's anything that you can pick up on, while we're here, um, just let me know if there's anything that you might hear or see. You know,
Absolutely. I'll keep my eyes open for anything interesting.
yeah.
And Adrian, I hope I can rely on you in the future.
Oh, no, absolutely. Yeah, you have my word. So,
It's
um,
been a long time.
yeah. So, um, really don't know a whole lot of people here. So, um, and I'm, just gonna, I guess, see what we might be able to snoop around, I guess, so to speak, and see what we can find out.
All right. Did you want to split up and see what we can find, or did you want to stick together?
No, that's totally up to you.
All right. Maybe I will see if there's some interesting things going on.
Okay, excellent.
Uh, and that is going to uh, kind of walk off into maybe uh, like a group of that's like hovered around like uh, one individual, um, probably like someone telling a story or something.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, so you're basically just looking for a conversation that has an open that you can put yourself into?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. You find a middle-aged man, probably in his like late 30s, talking to a girl, um, and he is talking about a Democratic fundraiser he had attended a few months back, and he's going on and on about the details, and she looks bored to tears.
Uh, the Nat will rush into the rescue for this poor girl. And be like, oh, hello, may I introduce myself?
Oh,
Uh,
yes, of course. And he kind of
sorry to
looks
cut in.
taken aback for a minute. Your merit, beautiful, has taken hold, and he's quite interested in the look of you.
Right.
And he turns his full attention to you. The girl gets a little annoyed and walks off.
Nat realizes this and turns on her charm a little bit and is like, very nice to meet you. I'm Nat. And puts out a hand very daintily. Like,
Oh, Michael Roy. Pleasure to meet you.
pleasure to meet you. Fancy party tonight, isn't it?
Oh yes, the senator always goes all out for these things.
Yeah, I'm just learning about all of his exploits. It's white as sheet. What are you most impressed with? I must ask.
Oh, well, you know, he is very good at reaching across the aisle, and, well, there's not many Democrats from Massachusetts that can get the good old boys in the South to play ball. But Senator Reynolds seems to be able to bridge the gap and get them to come to the table to play on even keel.
Oh, I see. I see. Definitely. So you think he's a bit more moderate?
Yes, I would say so, but then men from his generation tended to be such. But he's able to speak to them in a way that they understand, while still being a bastion for uh, liberal democratic policies.
Mm. How do you think he'll do with the younger vote?
Oh well, that's always the question now, isn't it? Because the younger the voters get, the less I seem to understand them. I, of course, went to Yale and I studied political science, but some of these youth movements that are coming through now, gathering on TikTok and things such as that, it's not really what we learned about in school.
No, I, it's very like a very fast changing landscape nowadays, and it's going to change a lot faster, I think, with just the rise of the social media and everything. Are you are you going to put your full giving gonna are you going to give him your full endorsement?
Oh well, I believe so. There's not many that are competing against him at this time. And of course, whoever the Democratic caucus decides to go for is who I'm going to cast my vote for. I'm very much a party man.
Mhm. Is there anything you're worried about in the upcoming?
Oh well, the political climate in this country is getting quite tenuous. Um, I think in the coming years we really need to focus on domestic policies and making sure that people can live the life that they want to live here rather than worrying about what's happening around the world.
And have you seen any of his had any of his podcasts or anything? Um, has he talked about it or anything?
No, nothing like that. Um, are you a politician yourself?
Uh, I have some dabblings, but uh, I'm actually just a secretary.
Oh, I see. And who are you working for?
Uh, and I uh, point over to Adriana. Adriana,
Oh, I see. I don't believe I've met her before. Perhaps at some point tonight I'll be able to have a word with her. Um, uh,
yes.
he flags over one of the waiters and he grabs you a glass of champagne.
Mm, she Nat takes it and takes a sip of it.
Okay,
I have eat food.
awesome. Okay, let's jump over to Adriana for a moment.
So I, do something, very similar. I'm take a glass of champagne from one of the servers nearby and just, kind of almost like fly on the wall type, just kind of, stay here and there and just kind of listen around and see, if there's any conversations worth, going into.
Okay. You overhear two men talking about their stock portfolios.
Hmm.
You can roll me an intelligence finance, difficulty 4.
Um, I guess I'm gonna blood surge that one too.
Okay,
You said difficulty 4.
correct. You
Oh
got.
man.
Oh no, you got a 3. Okay.
One more time. I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay. And a
No,
failure.
I
They're going on
am
about
not.
stock prices, but they're quickly ticking off stocks, but they're not saying the full name of the stocks, they're just saying the ticker.
Mhm.
And you're not familiar enough with the market to understand what they're talking about.
Okay. Is there one that I would at least recognize that I can butt in and just be like, "Oh, were you talking about, such and such?"
Yeah, so one of the companies that they had listed off um, was a media company.
Okay. Uh, okay. So yeah, so I'll come up to them and I'll be, "Oh, well, excuse me, did I hear you talking about the Bright Media company stock?"
Oh yes, um,
Oh, okay.
it's been
I
doing quite well, I think.
I've heard a lot about them. I just, I'm, not super knowledgeable when, when it comes to the stock markets, and I've been kind of wanting to look at investing some, see what I can do to take my company, up the next level. Do you by any
What
chance
you're
have
going
any suggestions?
what you're going to want to do is get yourself a good broker. Generally, what you want to do is you want to invest in a stock when it's at its lower point and follow it as it goes up. Bright Media right now is rising higher than it's ever risen before, but investing into it now, when it's at its high point, might be a poor decision if it's going to drop again.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought of that, and I'm gonna kind of play like dumb-ish, with it. I know a little bit, but not a lot. Um, that's awesome. Okay, what other tips can you give me?
Oh well, there's a bunch of us that are starting to invest a little heavier into defense marketing, um, mainly because of some of the things that are happening overseas. We think that
Hmm.
defense contractors are really going to make it big in the next couple of years.
Oh, okay. Anyone in particular that I could, like I said, I own a company, and I want to make sure that I can secure its future, and by extension, my own future.
The man that you're talking to looks over at the other man, and he says, there's a stock that we started trading for a company called Valkyrie. They just introduced themselves onto the market.
Oh, okay. Valkyrie, I like that name. That's really good. So, um, gets you kind of that Viking feeling, that vibe, right?
Yeah, I think it's named after a military organization or something.
Oh, okay, 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 gotcha. Well, thank you. That is that. I'll have to go take a look into them. And I'm so sorry. I'm being extremely rude. My name is Adriana. It's a
Adriana, it's
pleasure
a
to meet you,
pleasure to meet you.
gentlemen.
My name is David, and this is George.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you both. Um, and sorry, I was just looking back because I have the beautiful merit as well too, don't I? Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Um, I think I want to act. Yeah, I'm going to activate awe.
Okay.
Um, and it doesn't cost anything to.
Nope.
No
I
hunger
don't. I
check
don't
needed,
believe
right? Yeah.
there's a blood cost.
Yeah. Um, and but yeah, no, it's oh my gosh, it's a pleasure to meet you. What what can you tell me about this Valkyrie? I know you said it just came on the market on like the
Yes.
U.S.
I
market,
think
or has it been overseas?
it was an overseas company based out of Germany that's been private for quite some time, but recently they just opened up on the stock exchange.
Oh, then how did you guys hear about him?
Oh, from Senator Reynolds.
Oh, okay. That I mean, the senator is always has good ideas and um, is always aware of a lot of really great projects. So if the senator's behind it, definitely. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a look into that myself.
I think you should.
Definitely. What else about the stock market? Just like I said, I'm just getting into it and just kind of wanna know, or is there any other tips that
I
you can
have
give me?
I have a friend that might be able to help you out. He reaches into his breast pocket and he pulls out a card and hands it to you.
Oh, awesome! Is this the like the broker that you were mentioning? That
Yes,
get a good broker?
he's an old friend of mine.
Oh, perfect. And I will. Oh, we'll give him a call, and I'll tell him that you told me to reach out to him.
Okay.
So, well, it's been wonderful talking with you, gentlemen. I hope you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys around.
Okay. We are going to jump to our Anarch Hunters at the deep dive.
Okay. Right.
You guys get to the deep dive.
Hmm.
This place is a pit.
I
Um,
love this kind of shit.
there is graffiti all over the walls. The floor looks like it has never been cleaned. Um,
If you
there's
shined
a
a black light, it would glow neon.
yeah. Like there's a neon sign behind the bar. There's a smoke machine going for some reason. There's a bunch of people smoking indoors, which is illegal in Massachusetts. Um,
Hmm.
but no
It's
one
the
seems to
Sam
really
O'Shanter
care.
all over again.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the 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 uh, the jukebox is playing like classic punk. So currently, it's playing the Sex Pistols.
Hmm.
Awesome. And can I take a look and just see? I mean, I'm a, forgive the term, but noob when it comes to kindred stuff. Do I
Hmm.
see any like anything on the walls being like vamp for vamp, blah 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 blah,
You
whatever?
can roll
Hmm.
a Wits Insight. Difficulty is going to be 4.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm rolling. All right, all right, all right. No, I'm gonna blood surge. This is crazy.
I would also like to add, Evelyn is in her sort of anarch cosplay right now, and I've also got this purse right now.
Do I get an extra die for Evelyn looking this part? No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Nope. I did make my willpower, or my blood surge rather. I will spend a willpower, and I will attempt to.
You can
Oh, I
re-roll up to
shouldn't have
3
marked it. My
dice.
bad. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh,
Oof.
no
Yeah, I
failure.
mean, it seems like there's some rhyme or reason to some of this graffiti, but whatever it's alluding to, you don't understand.
All
Hmm.
right. I look at Evelyn and shrug my
What you looking at?
shoulders. I was trying to see if this place was marked for vampires, you know? Like,
Hmm.
I don't know, classic
Maybe I could take a look.
iconography.
Uh,
What?
let me take a look. Um, I'd also like to try my
Maybe
hand at that.
So it's going to be the
a
same roll,
vampire hand pointing
difficulty
down.
4.
Okay.
Maybe a vampire hand pointing down to like a basement, like, go here,
What
if
was
kindred.
the skill again? An attribute?
It is going to be wits, insight.
Okay. And difficulty 4. Okay. I'm gonna use blood surge.
Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. You, having been kindred a little longer, notice that the door in the back has the Anarch logo on it.
Hmm. All right. Yeah. I'm just gonna like nudge Clyde for a second and like kind of, I
Oh,
guess, shake,
oh,
point my head
okay.
towards that door. Is like, I think that's the place, over there. But we probably can't just walk over there right now. So,
Why
first we should
not?
probably, well, because I mean, I'm pretty
I
sure,
mean, we're here to meet them, right?
I mean, yeah, but they didn't know, they don't know that, like, that
Oh,
deal is more of like an open invitation type of deal.
yeah, open invitation means walk in.
I,
Very typical
mm,
Boston attitude. She will stroll towards where it points.
but it seems like the type of place where a lot of regulars that come here like know each other, and we definitely are not regulars. So, I'm
How
just
do you
saying.
become a regular if you don't act like a regular?
Okay. One second, Clyde. I'm just gonna. Um.
Pulling me aside, and as I'm trying to walk towards the door, I'm like, come on, come on.
I also want to just double check and say like I think for this particular place, Evelyn would have um taken her her like pistol and like put it in her bag.
Okay, sure.
Um. Okay. And all right. I'm just gonna see if I can just walk up to like a bartender or someone, if
So,
they're like not too busy.
guy, very thin, heavily tattooed, not wearing a shirt. He has a bajillion piercings in his face.
Mm.
And he looks at you and he goes, "You two are new."
Yeah. I was. We're here to meet someone named Jacob.
Ah, Jacob sent you. That makes sense. Yeah, if you just go through the door in the back, I think he's downstairs.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, we'll head down there right now.
Yep, yep, yep.
All right. Let's go, Clyde.
Yeah, I follow.
Okay. You go through the door, and the door immediately leads to a stairwell that is way too narrow. Um, and the stairs are barely held together,
Hmm.
to the point where you can see through them at certain points. Again,
Hmm.
there's graffiti all over the walls heading down. Um, there's also articles of clothing hanging from the ceiling as you're going down. Um, and you go down into what looks like a rec room with a large couch. Um, there is a pool table, and you see two people playing pool, both of whom you've seen at Elysium.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I
I,
will
I I
pop up.
recognize
I
those
will
people.
pop up their pictures. Hold on.
Okay.
So let's see here. All right, I'm going to share a um, journal in your journal tab called
Okay.
Others. It is Stacy and Jacob that you see playing pool together.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay. Um. Yeah, Clyde. I think those two over there. Those are the people I talked to at Elysium. I don't recognize anyone else here. So. Um.
Well, they are the only two in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Well, I
literally
guess in
nobody else is in
the
this
whole place.
room?
Yep,
Okay.
they're in the middle of playing when you come down. Jacob has his back to you, and Stacy kind of quirks her eyebrow when she sees you.
Mm. Oh.
Following Ravnos laws. If I think of something crazy, I have to do it.
Yeah. I'm just like wait for Clyde to catch up a little bit behind me.
Clyde loudly announces, I guess the Onarchs aren't very many here, huh?
I kind of just like turn around and just like stare at her.
I see
Stacy
two people
Just
and
a
I'm like, what?
very blank stare.
Stacy laughs, and she says, "Honey, we all don't gather in one place every night. People have things to do."
You don't just play pool every night and get drunk?
Well, sometimes, but um, this is a really small place, and we wouldn't all fit here. We gather up, in other places sometimes, but I can't really talk about that with, your time.
Alright,
Evelyn just kind
I'll
of
let
has
you
her
know.
hand in her face in like her hand right now.
I'll let you know. Down, I forget the street IRL, but Roxy's Grilled Cheese has a hidden barcade in the back. Gotta hit it up sometime.
Okay, okay. And Jacob will turn. He's got a cigarette in his mouth. He turns and looks at you, and he goes, I talked to you before, but, you're new. He points at Clyde.
Hmm.
New
Yeah,
and shiny.
this is Clyde. Um, Clyde, this is I would assume you're Jacob, right?
Yeah, Jacob Alston.
Mhm. And I
Place
can't
Alston?
remember. Did I catch your name as well the last time we talked?
Are you talking to Stacy?
Yes, yes.
My name's Stacy.
Okay, Stacy. Yeah. Yeah.
Into the
So,
Packy on Alston and Packard?
What was that?
but yeah.
Alston.
What was that?
I think Clyde is getting a kick out of the fact that his last name is Alston. like the place Alston in Boston,
Yep.
and is
Hmm.
just not shitting on him for it, but making jokes about his last name at him.
He kind of looks at you. He scoffs a little bit and he goes, "Where do you think they got the name from, kid?"
Ah, no, 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 no.
Now, used to's Camarilla, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
What brings you
Uh,
down here to the deep dive?
Well, um, I guess Clyde's a little new, and I guess I sort of wanted, you know, wanted them to, maybe see what another side was like, and I was also just
Gotcha.
genuinely curious as well.
So, mommy and daddy sent you to your room, and now you want to see if the uncle will let you have a little bit more freedom.
That's a way to
that's
put
a
it.
way of putting it, I guess.
Alright, kid. Well, you can hang with us if you want. We're all friends here. We're all kindred, as your kind likes to say.
Hmm.
So, let's hang out. We can talk a little bit, see what we can come up with together, huh?
Hmm.
All I gotta say is that I think it's plain that if you try to fuck us over, I'm gonna fuck you over, and I've been at this a lot longer than you have.
Sounds fair to me. Um, I think I checked
He'll
and.
walk over and he'll shake both of your hands.
Hmm. Okay. The nice firm handshake.
Is he a Tremere? What?
Hmm?
He took both our hands. Why is he taking our hands?
He shook your
Uh,
hands.
Oh, shook. I thought you
Yeah,
said took.
yeah,
And I was like, what?
took
What?
her hands.
yeah.
No, it was like holding them, Like, why are you holding my hand?
No, he shook both of your hands.
Okay, cool.
Hmm. Okay.
So, Clyde, right?
Yeah, what?
Well, you're the one that had questions about the Anox, right?
You can tell she's trying to act tough because everyone here seems tough. She's trying to put on like that air of like, I'm tough. I can swing. I can hang. Um,
Oh, the
and
way
she
is cringing.
says, yeah. And she says, all false bravado, all confidence. Yeah, I don't know if I'm Camarilla. I don't know if I'm Anarch. I don't know if I'm none in the system. I'm
Well,
just
here's the
playing
best
the field,
advice you're ever
seeing
gonna
what's
get
up.
from anyone, alright? It doesn't matter what sect you claim to. What matters is the shit you do. Okay? Don't
Okay.
be some fucking corporate slave just because some prince tells you to jump and you gotta say how high.
You know the prince is a Nazi, right?
I did not know that.
It's just like everyone's just makes that noise at that because she was not expecting that to just come out suddenly.
Is that like hyperbole or are we like actually confirming
Like
this?
literally
No,
was.
he was in fact a Nazi. I can confirm that.
That would make sense why I fucking hate the guy.
Yeah.
Alright, well, you gave me a little bit. Let me give you a little bit. Alright? Little quid pro quo. I know your sect likes to deal in boons and all of that bullshit.
You don't?
My my name's Jacob Alson. I'm the Baron of Boston.
Hmm.
Okay, but you don't deal in boons?
We do, but not quite so much as the Camarilla. We don't believe in lording shit over each other.
Okay.
We help each other out. You know, if you really feel like you owe somebody, you can write it down. But, you know, if Stacy over here falls down, it's in my best interest to pick her up. I don't need to pick her up and then tell her that she owes me a favor. She knows.
Oh, I get it. It's not
Common sense.
a literal system, it's an implied system, which is way more nebulous and easier to make people pissed off. Got it.
I don't know if that's necessarily accurate, but
But,
here's the deal,
okay,
Clyde.
what would you say is accurate?
What I would say is accurate is you can either work your 9 to 5, punch your card, show up, do what the prince wants you to do, how the prince wants you to do it, for fear that he's gonna lock you in a fucking box. Or
Okay.
you can come hang out with us, do what you want to do, and so long as you're not a complete fuckwad, you get to do whatever you want to do.
Mm.
Clyde really has that face of like, well, goddamn, I don't know. And looks to Evelyn, kind of assessing whether or not she's pulled in by the pitch the same way that Clyde is.
I would say Evelyn's face is kind of unreadable at the moment. She is kind of
Oof.
just analyzing things in her head. Um, yeah. So could you explain the whole like Baron thing? Like, I know you guys don't do like you guys don't have like princes and stuff. So
Your
what's the
prince
difference?
sits on the throne and he tells you what to do. And you gotta do it because if you don't do it, he's gonna ruin your own life, right?
Mm,
I'm the Baron. I don't tell anyone how to do anything. But people come to me for advice, and if they get into a tight spot, they come to me and I help them out of it. I'm not here to play your fucking daddy. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to support you and make sure that you don't get run out of the fucking city by some fucking Camarilla douchebag.
mm,
Now, I'm sure everything I'm saying to you right now is going to go back to fucking Galen Lindhouse's ear, and you're going to tell him exactly what I said. So you can
no, we
tell
don't.
him
No.
this. We had 2 years without a prince in Boston, and we did
Mm,
just fine. City was booming, people were having a good time, tourism was up, murder was down, everything was fine. This fucking foreigner comes in, thinks that he's gonna throw his weight around, and all of a sudden everyone's gotta bend the knee?
No.
That's not how Boston works.
No.
mm. Yeah, I dig that. Yeah. So I just want to make this clear. We don't. At least I've never spoken to the guy, so I don't talk to him. But
I'm not on his side.
yeah, we're not particularly fans of him either. So
Well,
got
don't say
nothing to
that
worry
too
about on that.
loud. You guys have responsibilities, you know. It's kind of a
Hmm,
blood in, blood out situation, isn't it, right?
hmm,
The fuck I do? I'm new. I get to choose.
Listen, Clyde, you run into trouble, you come here to the deep dive, even if I'm not here, you tell them that they're looking for you, and we'll find some way to put you somewhere where nobody's gonna find you, okay? You don't have to owe nobody nothing.
How do I know I can trust you?
You don't. Sometimes
Okay.
you just gotta go
What's
out
your
on a
number?
limb.
What's your number?
I don't really do cell phones.
God damn it! All these
Uh,
fucking
speaking of
kindred.
which,
God
do,
damn it!
do you do you guys have like the whole like no cell phones thing going on too?
Listen, it's not a bad idea. We don't really enforce it, but I
It's
mean,
cold. They can track you already. They don't need it. There's cameras everywhere.
yeah, I know. We got a tech guy who's looking into everything, trying to help us out. But you know,
Please
Hmm.
hook me up with your tech guy.
we
Good
had
God.
we had a couple of those first light goons drag a couple of good people out into the sun a couple months back.
Hmm.
Slight?
You never heard of First Light?
No.
I
Uh,
guess we never got around to it.
they're this fucking. I guess they're supposed to be a private military or some shit, and they're operating on government contracts, and they know about us, and they've been hunting
Hmm.
Shit.
us. I think your kind, the Camarilla, calls it the Second Inquisition.
Hmm. Okay.
You got to be real careful these days.
Did they really find kindred?
Yeah, same way you found
Wow.
me. You do a little listening, you figure out where to go. Maybe they saw you in a place a couple of times. Maybe you said the wrong word. Maybe you talked to the wrong person. You know?
Hmm.
They'll find you. They'll find where you live. They're not going to go at you in the night when you can defend yourself. They'll go at you
Hey,
during the day.
can I vet someone against you?
Who's that?
Seraphicia?
Seraphicia. Uh, I
Yeah.
don't. I don't think I know her. She
She's
Camarilla?
not a. She's
I'm
not
just
one of
gonna
you?
just gotta look at who is that?
Nah, she's not an anarch.
She's and she says very hurriedly in a cough, a blind girl that I insulted by insinuating that she wasn't blind and was in fact just not looking at me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she was that
That's a
one.
very disappointed tone.
Yeah.
She was that one at your Elysian, the Prince's party.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you were, from what I understand from Evelyn, you were there too. So you didn't notice her? The blind girl
I
standing at the
didn't
front?
talk to her. I noticed that
I
she was
only got to
blind,
talk
but
to a
I
few
didn't go
people.
over there. So she's definitely not an anarch. And if you're saying that she's not Camarilla, well, then there's two other choices.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
She's
Do you
either an
remember what
independent,
she was?
in which case she's just doing her own thing.
Oh, that's
They
fine.
work a little different, or she's Sabat, which I don't know if that's
Oh,
terribly likely
oh,
because they haven't been
that
around in
is
a while. The Second Inquisition hasn't been kind to them.
yeah. If you don't, Clyde, I don't know if we
Um,
brought up this about much, but you know, I feel like Camarilla, Anarchs, have their differences, but I'm pretty sure nobody likes the Sabbat,
Oh,
which would be an
okay,
understatement.
good to know.
So
Yeah, so
yeah.
the Sabat, your Camarilla has the masquerade, right? They say these are the rules. You don't want to get caught. People don't want to know you're a vampire, right?
Hmm.
Right.
We kind of have those rules too, but they're not really written in stone. It's basically don't be an asshole, don't ruin it for everybody else, don't go around telling people you're a fucking vampire. A couple years back, we had a guy, he got embraced. He started going around telling everybody that he was fucking Nosferatu or some shit. And
Hmm.
even though he wasn't Clan Nosferatu, he was a fucking Toreador. But so anyway, he goes running his mouth, and yeah, it didn't go so well for him. He's not around no more.
Hmm.
So basically, the Sabbat, they don't believe in anything like that. They think that the humans were put here to worship them. They're going to do everything in their power to be in a position of power over them, and they don't care if the humans know about them or anything like that. They have something that they do called shovel parties, where they'll just grab a bunch of humans, embrace them, bury them in the dirt, wait for them to go crazy. They'll pop out and start attacking people.
What the fuck?
It's really messed up.
Hmm. Yeah.
What the fuck?
So,
Yeah,
Clyde,
so
you
if
know,
you ever meet somebody and they say they're a member of the Sabbat, you just walk the other way, alright?
Okay.
hmm
But I don't think that
Yeah, okay.
Seraphisia chick, I don't think she's Sabbat because they usually don't travel alone.
hmm
Alright.
yeah,
Alright.
whatever you end up thinking, Clyde, I will say, out of all the choices, that is the one I would absolutely say do not even consider it
I
being a
wouldn't.
choice.
God, no, that sounds
Yeah,
horrific.
like I think
Also,
that is something
question,
both of us can
can
agree on
coteries...
that they're bad news.
Sorry, what?
Oh, sorry, I was gonna say, I was saying, yeah, I think it's something that at least one of those things that Anarchs and Camry can agree on is that Sabat are very bad news.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Um, I was gonna say, is it possible for coteries to be made up of anarchs and Camarilla?
Coteries can be made up whatever you want. You could even toss a Sabbat in there if you were friendly with them. The thing is
Good
that you
God.
gotta understand that your Camarilla friends, they have a reputation to uphold, and their masters, whether it be their sires, the primogen, or anything like that, if they found out that they were palling around with the Anarchs, it could be bad news for them. So you
Mm,
gotta protect yourself. If you want to align yourself with us, Clyde, you don't have to
Yeah.
sign a fucking blood oath or anything like that. You don't have to do anything other than look out for the other Anarchs. Okay? You want to slide under the radar? That's fine. If you trust Evelyn here, that's fine. You be whatever you want to be, and I've got your back. But if you fuck me, and if you try to fuck any of the Anarchs, I swear to the Lord Jesus Christ, I will bring a pain down upon you and everybody you've ever known.
I think you just put the fear of God in Clyde. I think you really just rattled her for a second,
mm,
where she went, "Oh, I could really fuck up and die." And she nods and says, "Count me in."
All right. He kind of smiles and he goes over to the other end of the room and he opens a closet and pulls out a ratty looking leather jacket and he hands it over
Okay.
to you.
I put it on
He goes, "All
over the
right."
flannel, so it's flannel and tank top and
How
jacket.
how very 90s. I love it. He goes, "All right, kid. We'll be seeing you around." He looks at Evelyn. He goes, "You understand what this means, right?
yeah, I do. I
She's under my protection.
Yeah,
So you and your coterie take care of her. Because if you don't, there's going to be problems."
No, no,
understood.
no, no.
Yeah.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Look, I brought her here for a reason. I felt like at the very least they deserve to make their own choice.
Yeah. And remember, Clyde, you don't talk to nobody about this. This could be dangerous for you. If the prince finds out that you want to be an anarch, it could go bad for you.
Got you.
You
I'm good
let
at
me
hiding.
worry about Galen Lindhouse, okay?
Clyde literally makes a face like, I don't know about that, but she nods her head all the same.
Hmm.
Okay.
So I guess while we're here, so I guess I don't know about the rest of our coterie, but um, uh, I assume am I welcome to come back here anytime as well, or
Anyone's welcome to come into Anarch territory, as long as you're not going to cause any problems, as long as you're not going to judge us or tell us that we have to live by your rules. As far as I'm concerned, Boston's a free city as it's always been.
Hell yeah.
Sounds good to me. All right. Well, Clyde, was there anything else, or do you want to go?
No, I think Clyde is, how to put this? She's not jittering with excitement, but you can see it's like the hair on the end of her arms is standing up. She's got this vibrant energy about her. She looks energized, very like awake and aware and excited.
Hmm.
And she is
Well,
buzzing, I guess. And
maybe
she is kind of on her tiptoes and is like,
hmm.
"All right, all right, all right. Um,
Actually, Evelyn's just gonna interrupt for a second. Actually, you know what? I mean, we're not really that busy right now, and they're still doing that thing on that whatever. I mean, we don't have to go right now. If I mean, if you wanted to, I mean, we could stick around and maybe you could like, I mean, since you just got
sure.
newly initiated, I don't know, maybe you could like introduce yourself to some people around here. I don't know.
Let's have
That's
some
just what I would
fun."
do if I was,
There's
in your position.
there's no other Anarchs here tonight. They're all off
Oh,
doing a couple other things, but you're free to hang out with me and Stacy.
Okay.
hell yeah. Let's shoot some pool.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, and you guys can pal around with the Anarchs for the night. We are going to end the session here. I'll go over the ending stuff that we normally do, and I will set us up for the next session.
I like how
Okay.
everyone told Clyde, "I don't know about the Anarchs. I don't know about the Anarchs." And then the Anarch said, "Do you want to join us?" And she went, "Yeah."